Hello, I'm Toycat, and have you ever spent a little bit too much getting food delivered? You feel embarrassed when you look at just how much has been spent over the last month? Well, maybe I've done that, having been eating out for most of my meals over the last couple of weeks, really enjoying that American vibe, and I've spent a bit too much, so you know how I'm going to make it better? I'm going to get myself a nice $1 price restaurant, Laurie's the Prime Rib. I mean, how expensive can it be, right? And apparently the answer to that question is $77. For a single dish on Uber Eats, admittedly it does come with certified Angus beef and a spinning bowl salad and mashed potatoes and whipped cream horseradish, whatever that is. But this is something that I'm super curious about. Like, can you spend $77 plus, by the way, when we get to checkout? By the way, do I want a prime rib to go with my prime rib? I don't think I do. But when you get to checkout, by the way, it also looks like, as you can see right here, there's $14 in fees. That's a $91 steak that is coming my way. And I guess we're going to be finding out, is it worth it when you spend $90 getting food delivered? Can it ever be worth it? Because most people say when they go out to eat, the biggest part of it is the experience. But can you get a $90 experience ordering a steak in? That is the question.
Okay, this has never happened before, and it's just my luck this happens for the first time on a $95 order, but I can't find the food. It says it was dropped off literally a minute ago, but it didn't happen outside my door, so we have to go find where it actually did get dropped off. I hope I can find that at least. Why does this happen now? I really hope my delivery driver isn't just enjoying a $77 steak right now. I really hope. Okay, so as it turns out, the Uber driver dropped it at the wrong building. So, I might have had a mad dash to try and get my food, which, by the way, is huge, right? Like, I don't know how to convey this properly while using only one-hand record, but you know what? You can tell this is a extra big order, at least I can, at least. So, there's some value in this. Anyway, let's get back to my apartment. So I now have my $95 bag of food after tax, fee to deliver, tip, and everything else. I have my food. I've got myself a mashed potato pile, as you can see. I've got myself some sauce, maybe? I've got a big bowl which contains some salad, it contains some cheese, it contains a few other things that you can see right there. It looks like there's like 4 sauces in here. This is a lot of choices for a salad, a spinning salad perhaps. Then I've got a box. What's in the box, I hear you asking? A bunch of bread. There's just slices of bread in here. And then way more importantly, you know, for a British person like me, a massive Yorkshire pudding. You know what? I meant to show you the food before I eat it, but that is Yorkshire pudding. Actually, that's not great Yorkshire pudding. That's like pretty good Yorkshire pudding. And in America, I've had some great Yorkshire puddings. But finally, the star of the show, the $77 Uber Eats menu item. This is an insane price to pay. There's also more mayonnaise looking stuff and some croutons. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, these are literally croutons in their own little bowl. So this right here is my $95 Uber Eats. You know, sometimes you want fine dining, but you don't want to go outside, so you bring fine dining to you. But no, the bigger question we're asking for this video, the question that kind of comes up today is, when you spend a lot of money at a restaurant, are you paying for the experience or are you paying for the food? And the answer usually is you're paying for the experience. But if you have that food at home, if you eat, my God, can this even be called steak at some point? Or is this like, look at the slap, you know? But yeah, no, the big question, I see why they call it a beef bowl. You could cut that out and you could put some salad in there, or you could put some mashed potato in there. But, you know, the answer should always be like, well, what's the point of Uber Eating it then? If you're paying for the experience, you can't pay for that experience at home. I mean, personally, when I go to a fine dining restaurant, they don't take me to the wrong building and then put me through a huge hassle running, hoping that my food hasn't been stolen. But maybe the food is what makes this all better. Oh, there is lighting out there. Bet you didn't know that. But yeah, let's give this a whirl. I'm very curious. Like, I've never had anything this big or like it. It reminds me of like cold cuts, but it's steak and that is good. That is so good. There's a giant layer of fat in there. Honestly, it's so fatty. It doesn't even taste like beef to me. It tastes like pork. I don't know if pork is actually known for being fatty, or if I'm just being mean to an entire type of animal right here. But, my god. The flavor in my mouth right now, it is there. It is salty beyond belief. I'm realizing just now at the end of that bite, like, I can't eat a whole one of these. Not because that's too much meat, that's a reasonable amount to eat, thank you very much. But because of the fact that it's just so salty. I think clearly they use a very basic, you know, steak rub marinade. I don't know how you make steaks, okay? But what I do know is what a good mashed potato is. Is this going to be good mashed potatoes? We can only know after we try, right? So yeah, it's a bowl of American-style mashed potatoes, what I call it, because usually it's very buttery here. I find there's like 3 ways to do potatoes. There's like salty, peppery, and there's buttery. In America, they're like, nah, we do all 3 at once, thank you very much. Oh, actually, these potatoes are so bland, they remind me of home. They remind me of the, just a little bit of the United Kingdom right there. This is gonna need something else. Maybe, no, this is horseradish mayo or something. That is very strong smelling. This is also something with horseradish in. I'm not sure what I meant to do with this at this point. It's very, very unseasoned. It's just, it's literally just mashed potato in a bowl. But that's fine, because my spinning salad, you know, my second coup d'etat here, wow, look at this, it's got some, I think that's butter actually. This needs to go with my mashed potato, I reckon. We got some cheese, because Americans, they put cheese in their salads all the time, and I love it. It is my favorite feature of this country. You know, why, oh, okay then, sure I guess. I hope that's cheese actually, I think that's eggs actually. Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. That is not cheese. So there's some eggs in my salad, which is raising more questions than it's answering, is it not? And then there's some very orange, I'm gonna guess chipotle. No idea what that is, but let's throw it on here, I guess. And now I got my spinning salad. Oh, actually, you know, is it a salad so you add whatever these red things are? No, those are beetroot. Smells like earth, tastes like earth. Not going in my salad. And then also, oh yeah, the croutons. There we go. Look at this. Look at this classy salad I made in my... You know, usually you'd have to spend lots of money to go out and eat this. But fortunately, if you order on the internet, you can pay lots of money to go in and eat this. So we mix this around a little bit. This salad is literally just lettuce, as best I can tell. It's just lettuce, some eggs apparently, some of this orange sauce, and some croutons. That is about what you'd expect. Yeah, I do like it. I do like it a lot. Again, it's a very simplistic salad. Not particularly fancy, but you can imagine how if it wasn't served in a black bowl. You can imagine how if this was served in this amazing scenario. You can see it there being like, oh yeah, this is a real fancy salad. It kind of, I think more what we're seeing here is the lame bareness of what you're really paying for in fine dining. You like to imagine that's a dish that really costs $20. It costs them $3. It's a black bowl of salad that a man on his balcony can make. But, and it tastes good though. That's the important thing. Food tastes good at a surprisingly low price point. Coming up with new ways to make it inventive, it's hard, so sometimes they take the easy way out. Also, I just realized there's probably some gravy with this, right? Yeah, this sauce right here. I'm gonna assume it's gravy. Maybe it's gravy stock, and I meant to mix it myself or something. I don't know what's going on here. But I feel like, you know, let's come back to this steak bit. Rather than ragging on how average everything is, it doesn't smell like any gravy I've ever had. Okay, let's pour that on there. Oh, yeah, that is not gravy. Or if it is, there isn't. Oh, the gravy probably goes in the mash, right? Wait, yeah, gravy and mash is a classic. That's something I've got to try right now. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. I don't know what this is anymore. Is this gravy instead, actually? Oh yeah, this is definitely gravy. I don't know, I just poured all over my food. Yeah, actually, this might not be gravy either. Let's pour that on there anyway. Pour it in there too. Pretend, maybe it's like a little bit of both. You mix them for your consistency. Maybe you get to choose your consistency of gravy. And because I didn't choose, they just give me both. So now let's see my mashed potatoes.
There's some flavor in there now. And let's see the steak. Is it improved? Is it less salty now we put some gravy in there? That's the real question, isn't it? Also, should we be eating bread at this point? I don't know. I'm so confused by this whole experience. Again, this is a seriously good piece of meat. I'm not doubting this is more than your standard Uber order. What I am doubting is whether this is 5 or 6 times my standard Uber order. Anyway, we're going to take some Yorkshire pudding. We're going to dunk it in the potatoes, I guess. I don't actually know how people do Yorkshire puddings normally. I just get them a little bit moist in gravy and then I eat them at the end of my meal. But this is the internet. You want more than that from me. So let's take some beef, let's take some mash, let's smush it all together, and let's make a Yorkshire pudding sandwich. Let's see if that's any good. To be honest, the beef is great. The mashed potatoes okay. And there's something off about this Yorkshire pudding. Can't tell you what. Like, it's not a bad Yorkshire pudding. It's just not a great Yorkshire pudding. Maybe the bread's better, or maybe like, maybe we can make this bread work, make a steak sandwich or something. Honestly, if bread is going to be a key part of your offering, it should not be the sandwich. Let's try this, you know, this crazy wasabi mayo, or whatever it is. So, it's so strong. It's so strong. So yeah, overall, would I recommend paying $100 to get a steak dinner delivered? No. I mean, I don't think anyone ever would. I think what it really reveals to you is that the amount of money you pay for something genuinely affects the experience that you have. And what they're selling you at a place where things cost $100 partially is better food. They will sell you the best food most likely. But also, they're selling you on the idea that you're going somewhere that costs $100 to eat. By making things more expensive, even artificially so, you can make it a more unique experience. Because if you had enough money to eat steak every day, if I could order one of these every single day, you know, there's a part of me that's tempted to do it. You know, chat, give me some donuts, am I right? And then we can make this happen. There might be a part of me that's tempted to order this every single day. But, you know, the reality part of me is grounded and says, no, that's kind of dumb. Let's do this only on special occasions. And so steaks in my brain are a special occasion food. You know, I changed my mind about this bread. It's got really good crust. Ignore the middle, eat the outside. That is my advice for steaks, for bread, and for your girlfriend. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This was atrocious. This was a very big waste of money, but it's on the internet, and it probably counts as a business expense now. Thank you for watching. Third channel. What was this?